to be out of the house and on to community garden business and other business. You know, the clock is always ticking when we get to be off from, you know, production and the office, and we have a lot of things that we want to do. But I figured, you know, this is a top that one of my neighbors gave me. There's not a lot to it, but it is cute. But I thought I would just get into some simple products that can help you quickly achieve that clean girl beauty aesthetic. You know, we put our hair up with a clip and we have a tiny part in the middle, some very discreet little jewelry, some rings, nothing too elaborate. You know, skin is moisturized. We had sprayed on some of this Art Naturals refresher mineral water spray. You know, you can't go wrong with that in the middle of the Hollywood desert, right? It gets cold at night, but it's always dry. And I think one very simple way to think about this is to look slightly perfected, you know, a moist lip, an enhanced eye, but you're not trying to have the makeup wearing you. It's a little bit of maybe a turning down the volume on a soft glam look. But one of my favorite products for achieving, you know, whether it's a cop beat, FBI, you know, but doing it quickly, is this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfector 4-in-1. It's a whipped matte makeup, and it's amazing because it also is a powder, right? One thing you don't want to do in the desert is put on too much powder because things will go dry, and you don't want that. But you want to be not shiny, but you don't want to be in a place where you're gonna look not camera ready. I'll put it like that. There's nothing wrong with your natural face, but it's just always gonna look nicer to have a little bit of makeup on, to just take care of any blemishes or under eye darkness, or just to look a little bit more snatched, as they say. But just starting with this e.l.f. soap brow, right? Taking our spoolie that we've bent. This is a brush and spoolie from our friends at Real Techniques, and just dipping it in our dish of water. We always have two things when we do our makeup: a dish of just plain water and a damp beauty sponge, right? Nice and fat, squeezed out. It is clean, although it definitely looks used. But just getting into this soap brow, which, you know, I've been disappointed by some soap brows before, and you can't be too crazy with this one. You can't get too much of it on your spoolie because it'll get on your skin and kind of not allow your other makeup to lay properly, right? But you do want to do a little bit of something to get your brows just sculpted a little bit, lifted and sculpted and brushed into place, so that you're not looking like you rolled out of bed. I have some length to my brows. I definitely have a significant amount of brow hair, but you just want to look like, it's like combing your hair, right? Eyebrows are hair. You want to look like you did something, that you care, that you've, you know, taken it from a natural look. I like to personally smooth these hairs that are just past the arch of the brow, just so that they don't look like you're some sort of villain in the Dune movie. But, you know, you can see the white residue of this brow product, and you want to let that dry down. But in the meantime, you can just on your fingers take some of this Perfector 4-in-1. This is, it comes in about 5 or 6 shades, right? So it's not like a huge shade range, but it really does do what it says it does. I've tried it in a slightly darker color, and I've tried it time and again, and it never disappoints. It doesn't get all over the place. It doesn't wander off or wander down your face, you know, especially in the hotter months. So many products can just end up basically on your shirt, and that is absolutely not what you want. You want something that's gonna go where it's supposed to go, land there, help you look right, and then, you know, just be something that you can trust in. Trust in the color, trust in the consistency of it. Once it's locked on, especially if you add a primer or a setting spray after, this product actually does have a primer in it, right? So again, for efficiency, you're hopping out of the shower, you have a call time, you need to be where you need to be, you don't want to waste time, you don't want to waste product, right? You want to look at it on your skin and just, you know, gently pat it in, right? Around the mouth, anywhere around the corners of your nose, under the eye, any kind of discoloration that you might have on the skin, but it really does just melt and marry right into your skin, right? And it feels moist, which is significant. So many foundations and different BB creams can feel odd, make your face feel tight, make your face look dry and powdery, but I feel like this product doesn't do that. It really does just give you a little bit of something, right? Where you just don't look the same, but you don't look crazily different. You're not going to walk around and have people saying, oh, you know, that Tanya, such a try-hard, she's wearing so much makeup, right? You can get it on any discolorations on your ears, bring it down your neck, but it's not going to like do anything but make you look perfected and clean, right? That's the aesthetic, clean, right? Look at your skin, brow is lifted, right? We've done primer, BB cream, corrector, as well as powder in one step. So we're 2 steps in. Where do we go from here? Well, here is an e.l.f. Putty bronzer in the shade Golden Days, right? It's not the darkest shade, but it's not the lightest, right? And if we get into some sort of brush, not the biggest brush, but some kind of brush that's going to, here's an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, right? And then here's a Morphe M335 brush. Let's rock with the e.l.f. since e.l.f. is really making some really fantastic, affordable products that can do you right, right? Looking at your face, getting your brush into that bronzer product to erase any, you know, key lime pie and tiramisu and whatever your other favored desserts are, right? And it really is amazing when you see yourself in footage or in photographs. Just these simple, almost by the numbers processes can make all the difference in photos, right? If you take pictures with people who don't put on any makeup, and then there you are with your very simple but effective makeup routine, just taking that into the on the tip, right? But just learning just how much depth you need in your bronzer, right? And certainly you can set it with a powder bronzer. But you know, my impulse, especially during quarantine when I was experimenting with makeup, was to go super, super dark, right? That dramatic TikTok mode of making very high contrast, but you don't really want to do that. You want enough subtlety. You don't want people to say, you know, I think we've all seen photos of people where their contour is made up and enhanced, but not like you're going crazy trying to, you know, erase your natural nose or erase you know, someone else's face. You want affected. I have to tell you, like, you know, working as an actor, you know, sometimes you can feel if not envious, but just definitely aware of what other people's looks are, you know, that they're exotic in a way that you're not. And sometimes that can feel like, oh, do I need to be more like this person or look more like this person? And I have to tell you, the answer to that is no, right? You're there for your specific look. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush, $6 in the shade Bahamas, right? Which is kind of a corally pink. And, you know, your voice, your heredity, what gives you your unique look, because they don't want a whole bunch of people that look exactly the same, right? They don't even want people, a whole bunch of people there who look like and sound like the same person, right? You want, it's kind of like a radio thing. You want the ability to see and listen to different voices so that you can kind of tell them apart. You know, it's kind of like when you write a screenplay. You don't want to give the characters similar sounding names. You don't want them all to sound alike. You want them to be distinguishable, right? Think about your favorite soap opera. Think about your favorite actor. You know, Al Pacino is not Brad Pitt, is not Helen Mirren, is not Taylor Swift, right? And all of those people, Rami Malek, you know, whoever your favorites are, right? Just getting a little bit of color into that cheek, across the nose, high on the cheekbone, right? Into that hairline, just so that, you know, it's not just bronzer, but it's also some flattering color that makes you look healthy, like you've been exercising, right? And you want all of those shades to appear on your skin seamlessly. Now, looking at that under eye, do we need either another layer of our 4-in-1? You don't want to go crazy. You just want to do enough that, you know, especially when people who don't like you see you, you're looking right, right? No matter how hot it is, no matter how quickly you have to appear on camera, right? You just want to do a little something, you know, maybe the hair makeup people will deal with you, maybe they won't. But no matter, you're going to make sure that you're looking right, right? You want to make sure that you've eaten well, slept well, taken your vitamins, and that you're doing what will give you an enhanced, healthy look, a natural brow, natural lip color, right? From here, you can go in with a very dark brown pencil. Now, black is fine. A lighter brown is fine too, but this is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Eyeliner in dark brown, GP 702. And I just like to use this just at the lash line, just to give a thicker appearance, especially to the outer third to half of my lashes. Not even really a wing, right? Just dragging that across that lash line. And if I just do that and try to make it, you know, sort of blend into the natural line of the eye, that's enough for me to look just sort of me, but better, right? Other side. Just getting that into the outer third to half of my lash line. And sometimes I don't even blend it in, but what's amazing is like body heat, you know, nervous perspiration, the day, oils in your skin. You can also use that liner to tight line. A thicker looking lash line without being the obvious step of mascara, right? I have some colleagues that like to put white in their waterline. I have colleagues who like to, you know, wear a lot of mascara top and bottom. And if you're supposed to be law enforcement, is that the right thing, right? Does this even need a brush to sort of blend it in, right? Thicker at the outer end of our lashes. We could even go in with a layer of mascara only on the upper lashes, right? You're trying to do a natural bead, something quick, something that will, you know, and just wiggle your mascara at the base and lift it, right? Do you just want to do the outer portion of your lashes, right? This mascara purports to be better than sex, right? And just having volume and lift at the outer third to half of your lashes could be enough. You could go inner lashes as well. You know, HD cameras pick up a lot, and you don't want to be that person who's overly made up as law enforcement. But look how pretty, right? Just a handful of steps, and with the natural lip, right? If you've got a balm on, you're looking moist. You've got contour, you've got base that contains powder, so you haven't had to powder over it. From here, you could add L'Oreal Infallible. This is a brown lip liner, right? It's just a little crayon, right? Not even overlining. Just get that lip shaped, right? And then this is also a base for your lip color in case you're eating, in case you're talking, in case that lip color comes off, right? You can fill in your lips, right? And even this by itself is more than nothing. In fact, it's great, right? Just rubbing those lips together. You could use your finger as well. I'm looking in the mirror and I am liking what I am seeing. I look clean, I look ready, right? Those old black and white photographs, I've talked about this before, if you ever go to the Fox Lot Commissary, these black and white photographs where back in the day when Maybelline cosmetics were invented, they had like cake mascara. It gave so much weight and drama to the paleness under the eye and the darkness of the lashes, no matter your complexion, no matter your coloring, Marilyn Monroe to, you know, pick your favorite starlet. The drama of lashes, just with the slightest enhancement, right? Perfecting that brow, lightening up that under eye, right? Getting a little bit more intensity on the lips, color on the cheek, as if you've just gone running, as if you've just had actual sex, as if you've just put on mascara that's, quote, better than sex, right? Step by step, looking at yourself in the face, looking at your subtle jewelry, looking at your skin, right? Dragun Beauty has a few different colors of this gloss, right? I have the color Dragon Blood, which is a red. That's a little too much for day, but the gloss that is called Nikita, right? Comes in this very cute little crystal like applicator, and just dabbing that in the center of your lip, right? Center top, center bottom, over that brown liner. Pressing that together, right? That center of your lip looks pouty and luscious and kissable, right? If you're playing a lawyer, if you're playing a mom, that subtle enhancement on your beautiful natural skin, right? Not too much product. It's not going to crease on you. It's not going to wander around, but you've given some shape to your lid. You've given some shape to your face, right? Some people wear their hair down and use that hair as a way to make their face look smaller. We who like cosmetics may like our hair back so we can really kind of work with color and bronzer and concealer and contour, but in just a few steps, right? You've erased any hint of double chin. You've given yourself a lifted appearance, applying your bronzer and cheek color at an angle. You have given yourself moist but natural looking lips. You've made your lash line thicker and you've emphasized those lashes in a way that a lot of people, especially people who don't wear makeup, may not be able to clock you. And I think that that is what the clean girl beauty trend is about. You want to look beautiful, you want to look enhanced, but you don't want to be clockable. You don't want people saying, oh, look at this person wearing all these cosmetics. A certain kind of person could be fooled into thinking that maybe you're not wearing any makeup, right? A lip color that's not far off your lips, cheek color that's not far off what would happen naturally in the sun, a brow that is just brushed into place with a clear product, right? I'm someone who doesn't have to draw in a lot of extra hairs. You know, I could add some here, but I don't think we even need to do that, right? But looking back and looking at the skin on your décolletage and your neck and your ears, everything blends, everything matches, it's seamless, right? There's darkness in your brow and your lashes where it should be. There's shadow under the jaw, under the cheekbone, at the hairline where it should be, right? The brighter parts of the face are bright and it sets off the darkness around your eyes. Do you see what I'm saying? Can you see what I'm working with? I invite you to try the simplest enhancing makeup look you can. Everyone has a brown liner. Everyone has some kind of BB cream that might contain a powder. You can add a powder if you like. A cheek color, a bronzer. You can certainly set these products with powder blusher, powder bronzer. I don't think I have to. You know, if I were out for a day of work, I would spray it down with some kind of finishing or setting spray. But even at this, right, with a little bit of jewelry, an earring, you're ready to go, right? And it's clean looking, you look rested, you look like you've made a tidy effort, just like brushing your teeth, just like taking a shower. You did enough to look pretty, simple, ladylike, clean, and beautiful. So that's me for today and this makeup look. You know, I might get into some eyeshadow later because we have palettes that we want to experiment with, but I just want to encourage you to see if you can do something impactful with simple products, colors that are in the kind of like natural range, and your technique and brushes that will allow you to enhance your beauty and not distract from it with a lot of, you know, extra color and gimmicks that might be more appropriate in the evening or at a concert, or, you know, some circumstances that's a little bit more playful or rock and roll. But that's me signing off. I should get out and do my adulting, and I will check in with you on my next post here on House of Tanya. Thanks for joining me, and I'm gonna go put on a real shirt now. Okay, peace.